Hello internets, Jesus loves you. My name's Cody and this is the Christian News Show we do every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with geeksundergrace.com. And I'm gonna just lay it all out right now. I am not super into the things we get to talk about today, which probably isn't something I should tell you because you're gonna be like, oh, he doesn't care about things he's saying today, so I'm not going to watch. But I think because I need to make it even more interesting than usual, it might be a better show. I don't really know. Like our first story of the day, church shooting. Definitely something that should be talked about. In our last video, we talked about sensationalism. This story right here is kind of an example of that. I mean, 2 church shootings in 2 weeks. The world is not safe. Never go out to church again. Now, it should be mentioned, there were no fatalities, though 3 people were injured. Those 3 being the shooter's girlfriend, their child, and the pastor. News agencies would also like you to know that it was not racially motivated. Like, that was one of the first things they brought up right after they told you that it was the girlfriend and the kid. Couple things to note. First of all, the church was awesome and tackled the guy down before he could do any more harm. And secondly, obviously it was domestic violence case, but he was arrested for attempted murder. Bottom line, church shootings or shootings in general are terrible and awful, but you're not in any real danger going to church. I mean, obviously there's always that chance, and maybe we should be raising security around our churches. But this is a domestic violence case, and it's awful, but it could have happened anywhere. And next up, Ben Carson's getting some flack, but I'm a libertarian, so I really don't care that much. He made a statement saying that he would not vote for a Muslim president. And all the other Republicans went, And then you have the Council on Islamic American Relations saying that he should step down from being a candidate. And so here's the thing, people are gonna hate me for this, but I probably wouldn't vote for a Muslim president. Not because I didn't agree with what they believed in, but because I really don't know a lot about what they believe in. And a lot of people are looking at this as discrimination or hatred, but religion defines your values and who you are. Now, that being said, a Muslim United States president would probably be a good thing for the world. Terrible things are happening in the Middle East in the name of Islam, and like 99% of Muslims here in the United States are going to tell you that that is not Islam. So a Muslim president would probably have a huge impact on that whole situation in a very positive way. But I don't know enough about the Islam faith to vote for someone who is Muslim, no. Like I get separation of church and state, you know that I talk about that all the time, but this is like who someone is. I'm pretty sure that if I was an atheist, I would be less inclined to vote for a Christian, especially one deeply rooted in his faith. If I grew up Muslim, I would probably vote for a Muslim president. And part of me is like, that wouldn't be the deciding factor. Obviously, I would look at their political values, but I, like most of the candidates, are Christian, so I have a ton of different choices. That being said, something that I found incredibly interesting is a video made by Hank Green, one of the Vlog Brothers, huge YouTuber. If you don't know him, you should. He made a video called Muslims Aren't Dangerous, which you should definitely check out, even if you're someone who understands that Muslims aren't dangerous. He just talks about misconceptions. Like for me, I thought that most Muslims lived in the Middle East. It's actually like 20% of Muslims live in the Middle East. That's it. Yet we're doing like we've always done in defining that entire religion by what's happening with that 20% being the loudest. And I'm trying to think now because like I said, there wasn't a lot to talk about today. If you haven't checked out Sadie Robertson's YouTube channel, you should, because I think she's going to start posting more videos there. I don't know why, I watched one of her videos recently and thought it was interesting. I've had a lot of terrible things to say about her grandfather, but Sadie Robertson's doing some pretty cool things. Like she has a fashion line that is modest because it's a Christian fashion line. She's a motivational speaker, been on Dancing with the Stars. She's going to be hosting the Dove Awards, which is interesting. Just always good to see some good role models in Hollywood, I guess. But that's where we're gonna end today's show. So question of the day, would you vote for a candidate who was not a Christian? I'd like to think that for me, if the values are there, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But I think that our values are so interwoven to our religion in the first place that that's not going to be the case. Or maybe I'm just being a hateful bigot without trying to. I don't know. I wanna know what you guys have to say, so please leave a comment in the comment section below with your answer. Make sure you check out geeksundergrace.com for more geeky content. My name is Cody, Armour, bringing you Christian news and a not so boring cutaway every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. In closing, let the haters hate, let the Christians pray, and to everybody like, subscribe. I will see you later, and God bless.